You are now listening to Ride With Me, the Fraternity Podcast.
Welcome to Ride With Me, episode 142, today of September 27, 2025. Today I have Josue. I believe I said his name right, but I'll introduce him in a minute. Remind you guys about the hotline. It's come on, guys. Come on, the hotline. If I don't use the hotline in 2 months, they're going to cut it. So call the hotline, guys. Leave a voice message. Ask a question. 818-806-8595. And just kidding, they're not going to cancel the number. 818-806-8595. Instagram, Ride With Me Podcast. TikTok, FTA_podcast. Same thing with YouTube, FTA_podcast. Rumble, FTA_podcast. You guys can find me on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, YouTube. You can rate the podcast on Spotify. You can leave a comment you can review on Apple Podcasts. And you can comment on Spotify, all that good stuff. Guys, you like the episodes? I mean, I have more downloads than I have followers. Just hit that real quick. Just hit that follow button, you know what I mean? And show your boy some love here. As always, this podcast, we have a sponsor at the moment. Hit up my boy Juan. Hit up the road with peace of mind. Thanks to SolarX Insurance, whether you're cruising on 2 wheels or need an SR22, they have you covered. That's fast, friendly, and affordable. Don't let insurance stress slow you down. Call 877-736-4719 and let SolarX get you back on the driver's seat with confidence. Like I said, give my boy Juan a call. He's waiting for you guys. And, get insured, boys and girls. And on to Josue. Did I say that right, bro?
Close enough, man. It's Josue.
Josue. Say it like with a Spanish accent. Josue.
Yeah, you know what I like saying? I like telling people that it's the fancy version of Jose, so it's Josue.
No, dispensa. Sorry. Does that have like a certain background to the name?
I don't know. A lot of people that like at my church, they say that it's like religious Joshua.
Okay.
So yeah, from the Bible. But that's the only background that I know.
But it doesn't have like a from maybe your background, what gave you the name, family, growing up, or.
It was pretty interesting. Like I'm Mexican and Salvadorian, but my dad actually chose the name from one of his best friends before he immigrated from Mexico. So.
Oh,
that's
okay.
kind of the background of how I got that name.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. Josue. I just like when I was doing my notes, I'm like, I think he spelled his name wrong, bro. But no, it's not. All right, cool.
No, it's not.
Cool. So I learned that you live where I was born.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I was born in that said city. Well, I can say it now because people know in my podcast that I was born in Wanimi, down the street from where Back to the Future destroyed the DeLorean. You know
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that it's important.
And every time we go down, every time we go visit, my boys and the wife, because I met the wife at the beach, kind of, and then I met her at work, but we would go to the beach a lot. And then my boys, I would take them fishing when they were little. And so every time we go down to our motherland, they say, Dad, can we hit the beach? We have to go to the pier. It's mandatory. It's a tradition. We go down we mando. Yeah. So we go, we take the duck park route, get there, park, walk to the pier. And it's funny because every time we walk the pier, my kids act like paparazzis and they're just snapping pictures of my wife and I walking down the pier. And and then obviously we take some group photos and shit. And on the way back, we have to go down Ventura. Why? Because we passed down where the DeLorean was destroyed. The hospital that I was born in was actually those new condos next to the school. If you know where those are at, those new. They just built those maybe within the last. They were building them back in 2000. I'm gonna say 2004, 2005. And
for what streets?
It's on Clara.
Oh, okay.
On Clara and Ventura.
About, actually.
Those are new. Those are new condos, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You weren't born in Wanimi. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was born in Huntington Park, bro.
Yeah, those are new condos, man. Those have been there since they were. I used to live in the apartment behind it when they were building them, when they're all just skeletons. And,
okay, but you said there used to be a hospital there?
That used to be a hospital right there, bro.
No way, that's great. I can't picture a hospital.
It was
in Port Hueneme, man.
It was a little tiny hospital, and it was dude, tiny, bro. And they knocked. I guess after it was a hospital, they turned it into like a mental institution. And then,
sounds about right. Nah.
and then they knocked it down, and those new condos were built. That's right. I'm saying new, and you're like, you look so confused. That's right. Yeah. You're not from Port Hueneme. So yeah, I was born down the street, and then the part where Homeboy was about to get into that car race was also down in Oxnard. It's on Ventura Road.
By Doris.
In Doris. Yeah, Doris. If you're going north on Ventura Road, you make a left on Doris, and it's literally like one of the two streets that it's right there. You see the power plant in on Harbor from the movie, and the thing, and also in the when they destroyed the DeLorean, you can see the Port Hueneme flags to the beach, clear as day.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I'm very proud of. I think it was last year. It was last year where my kids, my son had like senior night at school. We left the school like at 11 o'clock. We don't live far from Puente Hills Mall, and where he first went into the future or the past. And so we went last year. They have every October 25th, I believe it's October 25th. They have a Back to the Future get together at the mall. Bro.
Oh, damn. That was like pretty sick, bro.
50 DeLoreans, people that own the cars, people dressed up as Doc, Marty, whatever, bro. And so we went, even though we were freaking tired and it was almost midnight, we went for like maybe half an hour just to say we went, and ended up coming back home. They might knock down that mall. They said there's a possibility within the next 2 years. So in a couple weeks, we probably will go again, and then a year later, and then that's it. If they knock it down, they knock it down.
Keep going Back to the Future, man.
¿Verdad? Dude, Back to the Future it's a childhood classic, bro.
Oh yeah, I watched that movie probably like 10 times, bro.
Oh,
I love that movie.
Te gano. Hey, you know what's a trip though? I never caught on. I never said it out loud. How is it? Spoiler alert. How is it that he ends up in the westerns? Right? I never really thought about it. My son was like 6 years old. My son was 6 years old when he watched this movie, bro. He's 16 now. He noticed that the clock was glitching in the DeLorean. When he got struck by lightning, whatever time the clock said, that's where it sent him. I was like, how the fuck did you catch that at 6 years old? Yep.
I never even caught that.
Exactly. Yeah. It was mind blown, bro. I was like, damn, kid. My own kid got me on that one.
He probably saw some like conspiracy theory on TikTok.
At 6 years old? No way. He's 16 now.
That's true though.
Yeah, 6 years old. There was no TikTok.
Yeah, there was no TikTok. You're right. Only Facebook.
Yeah, man. So that's a little history on that. I like saying that story because it's a trip, man. Because I think down the street, and then my compadre is like, "Oh yeah, I got one on you." I'm like, "What's that, bro?" You were born down the street when the DeLorean was destroyed? Okay. I went to the high school. Oh, dispensa. Oh, yeah, Whittier High School's not far from here, man. And Whittier
I don't know if this one ups you or not, but I went to the high school where the movie Grease was recorded.
No shit.
Yeah, Huntington Park High School.
No
man.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so does that high school just have a bunch of 30-year-olds running around? And
hey, well, when I was in high school, we had a lot of super seniors, you know.
Really? They're all
guys
30?
that couldn't graduate. Yeah.
Fucking having a musical and shit, singing around all day.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, that's cool. Yeah, I like sharing that story because, like I said, it's
that's a cool story.
Part of history, man. That being down the street from where it was destroyed and shit.
Especially such an iconic movie, bro.
Exactly. Well, I guess the guys signed the document. Or they signed some paperwork that said that they will not allow anyone to remake that movie ever over their dead bodies. So
yeah,
they
better not.
There was this fan made part 4 trailer dude, it looks badass. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they should make
I've
this.
never seen it.
Maybe they should make this 4. After this podcast, I'll send you the link to it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, send it. That'd be sick.
It looks pretty badass. It looks legit, bro.
Yeah, I just hope it's not one of those things where like they push the movie too far, where it's just they ruined it. You know.
Word on the street. They might bring back the ride to Universal.
Oh,
word on the
damn.
street. I wish they would. I
never went on the ride at all, so I'd be very excited.
Oh, how old are you, bro?
30.
Yeah, no, te gano con 13, bro. I beat you by 13. This ride was taken down, early 2000s.
Oh, damn, no way. That's crazy.
The only place you can ride it out is in I guess in the Universal Studios Japan or something like that. But no, yeah, they took it down, dude, years ago, man. Early 2000s, I think, if I'm correct. I don't have my Google right now to fact check anything, but yeah, man. But you know, movies are our family we're all into movies. It's funny because my family, my brothers and I used to quote movies all the time, and they would say, "Where's that from? Where's that from?" And I thought we were the only nerds that would do that shit. Then I met my wife, and her family does the same exact shit. I'm like, oh god, all right, it's meant for us to be together.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I've actually never been into movies like that. Only like my girl always tells me, she's like, you only like the stupid movies like Pineapple Express, The Interview, you know, Friday. She's like, you don't like the good kind, the family-oriented ones, you know? And she's the one always quoting stuff, and I'm like, bro, I don't know where the fuck you got that from.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know, dude. I've never smoked weed. I have never smoked weed, but I love watching those stoner movies. You just pretty much called out some stoner movies.
yeah, those were my thing, man, for a while. I mean, I still watch them, you know? I think they're pretty funny.
I remember freaking quoting Blood In, Blood Out a lot, bro. A lot.
Oh, that's a good one.
And my wife for a while was like, I don't know what movie you're quoting. What are you quoting? And I'm like, what? You've never seen Blood In, Blood Out? I don't live far from El Pino, bro. I live like 15 minutes from El Pino.
Yeah, damn, that's great. You live really close to them.
I've been to the Pino once. Like, really? My mother-in-law, when my mother-in-law saw a photo of me taking the boys and my nephew to the Twin Pines Mall sign, the sign for the Twin Pines Mall for Back to the Future, my mother-in-law's like, where did Andy take the boys to? A museum? And my wife's like, Mom, my wife's like, Mom, anything that involves movies to Andy, it is a museum. So, yeah. So I don't live far from the El Pino, and the cemeteries across the street and down where, and there's a lot of, I'm like I said, we're a big movie buffs and stuff here. Like, we like movies, and like, I want to drive to Lancaster because I'm not a fan, and don't kill me on this one, fans. I'm not a fan of Kill Bill.
Oh, yeah, okay. I always found that movie cringe, bro.
I wasn't a fan of them, but I want to go see where the little church is at. Mm-hmm. My son and I actually drove to Ventura County last week, and we were on our way home. We drove by. Have you seen the movie The Rock with Nicolas Cage? No. Okay. Oh yeah, no, it's before your times, bro. This is a 1996 movie, and they have.
I thought you were talking about like The Rock, bro.
No, not The Rock, my hero Rock. No, not The Rock.
Oh, you got him right there.
Yeah, I have two cutouts of The Rock holding like Zoa and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's a 1996 movie with Nicolas Cage, and it ends in Saticoy. The movie. Yeah, there used to be this little tiny church on one of the roads right there on before you get to the 126, and they drive off from that church because they just stole something. They drive off, and I was telling my son, I'm like, dude, the church was there, blah, blah. My son's like, okay, yeah. So we got home, and I YouTubed it, and everything. He goes, oh shit, we were just there. I'm like, exactly, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Was that church by that B&J drive-in? I don't know if you know where that's
It's on. I think it's on It was on Wells, and like if you let's say you're on the 126, and you're going, I'm gonna say, you're coming from Ventura towards Santa Paula. You get off on Wells, and you make a right. It's literally the next street over, and they have like new homes and stuff.
Yes.
The church used to be right there.
Oh damn, that's crazy, man. I feel like, I moved to Ventura County, bro, 10 years ago, and I feel like Ventura County. I keep hearing like these cool stories from back in the day of these buildings being there, being here.
Mm-hmm.
And I still feel like Ventura County is like ever growing. Like it doesn't stop growing.
Nope.
It's insane.
So we haven't gone down to visit in a minute, but we're originally, like I said, we're originally, I was born in Guanimillos. We're originally from Oxnard. And we went, like I said, we went last week. And we got off on Johnson, and I was like, holy shit, all this is new. Yeah, all this is new. What happens when that little river freaking overflows again? Goodbye, because it's happened before. So
yeah, I have a friend at the sheriff. I heard, based off of what he's told me, is that they're doing like a really good job cleaning it up. I don't know how true that is. We'll find out once the rains start coming.
Yeah.
But allegedly, they've done a better job this year because past 2-3 years, there's been a lot of floods. And I don't know if you saw it, but and even Port Hueneme, Oxnard,
dude,
obviously Ventura.
The last whatever rivers they call them. Yeah, dude, they had to go rescue some people from that river, from right there, Johnson, because people were like, the homeless people that live down there. Oh wait, the unhoused people that live down there. I don't want to get canceled. You know what I mean? And but we've been going down this rabbit hole of freaking movies and stuff. Let's get to know Josue. Did you sound like a Latin American singer? Like you're deep down, you have like albums and shit, like some crazy shit.
The only thing I do is in my car, bro. So. Yeah, the car in the shower.
Same here, bro. So, like I said, man, I've been doing, recently I got smarter by, writing down questions and stuff. I didn't write any of these questions down. Josue sent me this freaking email. I was like, damn, this guy really wants a podcast. So let's go. So again, let's get to know Josue. Do you enjoy UFC?
Yes, sir. That's one of my. That's probably I religiously watch that on Saturdays, man.
Yeah.
It's either you could catch me either at, if someone wanted to kill me, you guys could go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll be there Saturdays.
Oh man!
If I'm not there, I'm at my house watching with my girl. Luckily, like my daughter, she really likes UFC as well. So we do it as a family thing. You know, get some wings, enjoy the fights, or get a pizza, watch the fights.
There you go.
We haven't gone to one yet. It is on our bucket list of things to go to, but goddamn, Dana White needs to make those things more affordable, man.
I've actually went to UFC. A couple years ago, they were in Anaheim, and
I know what you're talking about.
One of those fighters had just made a return, and we were there front row seats pretty much, and then Tony Ferguson was on the opposite side of the octagon, and I got to see him. I actually met Tony Ferguson in Oxnard at the
me too.
At the Walmart, dude. Oh yeah?
You know where I met him? I met him at the fairground in Ventura, man.
He went there a lot. He went there. He goes there a lot.
Yeah, he still goes. I think it's like his thing, to go there. Especially because he's such obviously he's a fucking superstar. But I think he's very approachable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's not one of those stuck up athletes. Like LeBron James. Not just saying.
Yeah, no,
but
hey, don't say that about LeBron James, bro. My son's gonna get mad, bro.
All right. We'll take that off the pod.
Dude, my kid out of nowhere goes LeBron James. Shut the hell up, kid. You don't even watch basketball.
Back then it was Kobe. Now it's LeBron James. No, but yeah, he's very approachable. I met him right there at the Ventura Fairground. My wife actually was talking to his wife, and it was cool, man. I didn't want to geek out either. Some people we see these superstars that we see on TV. We're like, oh my god, it's Tony Ferguson. But I think he was in line getting like a turkey leg. I'm like, hey, what's up, Tony? Just dab him up real quick. Yeah. Chit chat with him, and I'm like, hey, bro, not to be or sound too much of a nerd, but can I take a quick picture with you?
Yeah, he so I worked at the Walmart right there in Oxnard. And this is around the same time that my brother introduced me to Tony Ferguson, like pretty much saying, hey, look, this guy's from Oxnard, check it out. And you see him on his video running on Harbor, and I was oh, no shit. Hey, all right, cool. And no joke, like a week later, I look over to the I'm in the chemicals department, like the Tide and all that, right? The mops and todo eso, the fabuloso. And I look over to the like the electronics department, and I'm like, holy shit! And I just yell, Tony, and he does like the finger waves and stuff like that. And I'm like, what's up, man? And that's it. Get back to work, whatever, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, I come out of my IO, and he's freaking right there. Hey man, where the mops at? I'm right here, bro. But hey, can we take a photo real quick? And I gave the phone to his wife. This is before he had kids.
Oh, damn.
This is before he had kids. How
long ago was this?
This was back in 2011. The end of 2011.
What was I doing in 2011? I don't even remember.
Dude, and it's funny because I sent a picture to my brother and his friend who are UFC nerds, bro. And my brother didn't talk to me for a month. He was like, what the fuck? You wouldn't have known who that was if it wasn't for me. And then his buddy's like, low key, dude, I'm kind of fucking jealous, dude. Hey, maybe you should come work the night crew. Dude, even there, I met freaking Mayweather's freaking dad. You know what I mean?
Oh, no way. At Walmart?
Yeah.
Hey, man, Walmart and Oxnard, I mean, I'm not going to lie. You could bump into everyone there because it's off the 101. Yep. You know, what do you got right there? You got Santa Barbara, Montecito. And you got LA, Calabasas. Yep. So wouldn't be surprised if you could possibly bump into the Kardashians there, bro. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, I think the Kardashians used to go when the Cowboys when they go to the Cowboy camp. When Kardashian was dating, I think Miles Austin, they caught him at the Chili's right there by the Walmart y todo eso.
Oh, damn! No way, damn.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 4-way meat market right there in Colonia.
Hey, oh my God, this guy! You're bringing up stuff, man. I actually know the owners of the 4-way meat market. The very first 4-way meat market was on the corner of Date and California, over there by south end of Oxnard, I guess, going towards 5 Points, not far from 5 Points. Yeah, dude, right there back then there used to be this hotel called the Easy Hotel. That shit was trash, bro.
Well, I mean, the name of it says it all.
Easy, but easy.
Oh,
yeah, this
damn.
guy. This guy's bringing up my childhood, bro. So your notes say you like going to the beach, bro. That's where I met we spent time with my wife and my kids mostly all the time at the beach.
Yeah, I love the beach, man. I go there more than anything just to like forget about, you know, the busy lifestyle that we have sometimes, you know, because I feel like, I mean, the fortunate part of living in the United States, we have so much opportunities, you know, but sometimes we're so busy chasing this opportunity that we got or that we want to make for our family to build like this legacy or whatever, that we forget about the little things. Right. And my favorite thing about the beach is I forget about all the noise. I forget about everything. Yeah. All I care about is like my family, and that's it when I'm at the beach, bro. Yeah. And I usually go with my wife and daughter. So
yeah. Real quick, back to sports. Real quick. Do you ever enter La Colonia, bro?
Yeah, I've gone there a few times.
The reason why I asked is because, and I say sports, because a couple weeks ago when the Canelo fight happened, Fernando Vargas Jr. was boxing, right?
Yeah.
And one of my brother-in-law's friends was like, oh, this guy's like from Puerto Rico and blah, blah, blah. And I look at him like, I wish I was filming this shit because my facial expression was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He looked at me like, what? Bro, Fernando Vargas is not from Puerto Rico. He goes, are you serious? He was born in the fucking ghetto. I used to walk by his boxing gym every day going to school. That guy is not from Puerto Rico, bro. And he's like, where you from again? I'm from Oxnard. He's like, no shit. Watch. You know, when the guy, Fernando Vargas Jr. comes out from the ring, you
should have told him you should have told him like how Tony Ferguson told Khabib, I'm from Oxnard, bitch.
No. Yeah. You can swear, bro. I don't care. Yeah, freaking. So when Fernando Vargas Jr. comes out, right, and they display his name on the bottom of the screen, Oxnard, California. He looked at me like, holy shit, you're right. I'm like, bro, I bumped into Fernando Vargas at freaking, you know that little meat market over there on Winimi and by Cuesta del Mar?
No,
you probably don't go to that. That's ghetto, bro. That's ghetto. There's a shooting in freaking Cuesta del Mar like every fucking weekend. And I bumped into Fernando Vargas there.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about, actually. Yeah,
way out there, bro.
Across the street from the apartments by the fields, right?
Well, I mean, when I was there were fields. There are houses now. I know they were trying to build houses there a long time ago. But what do you call it? So I bumped into the guy, and I'm like, hey, what's up, Fernando? Me mandó la chingada, man. Fuck this guy. I hope the lawyer kicks your ass. And then years later, the lawyer kicks his ass.
Sure enough. Sure enough.
No, this is way before that. He was still like barely starting. He went to my school to talk at Frank Junior High and stuff like that. But I'm like, this guy's not from Puerto Rico, bro. He's from fucking Oxnard. The ghetto, man. He's from not just any part of Oxnard. The ghetto.
The hood.
The hood, man.
Yeah.
So, back to you. And you know what? I'm the one now getting off track, bro. Off topic.
It's all good. It's all good.
No, I do. Shit, I got a local boy, man. I got someone that lives in my town. I've had people from freaking the Philippines on here. You know?
Oh, damn.
So
from the Philippines, like
from the Philippines. Yeah, Philippines.
Oh,
they're like 14, 16 hours ahead. So over there, like if it's five here, over there it's like I don't know, like 4. We're talking in the future of that. Over there, it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Reading, you got me on that one, buddy. I don't read.
Reading. Yeah, I don't read as much, to be honest. I do more like audiobooks.
Okay.
That's my form of reading. You
Yeah.
know? Probably should have put that on because I'm kind of lying.
He put reading on his notes.
I do like self-help books.
Yeah.
Like self-help books, bro. Or like books that are gonna like help me in my career right now, you know?
Yeah.
Like the one that I'm reading a lot right now is Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents and Atomic Habits.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
Ahí me ganas ahí. I mean, I sleep next to my Bible, if that helps.
Hey, my Bible's right there in my computer too, bro. So
I read that. I read that shit for sure. When you had no choice but to read the Bible.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you got, man.
And that's why I ended up in Ventura County, because I needed to go to the courthouse and get some documents that my criminal background was expunged, and I was there, we were there, 2 birds, 1 stone, and knocked it out. But yeah, I did a lot. I did a lot of reading when I was in there. The Bible was one of them. Let's see here. The gym. Ahí también me ganas, bro. Fuck the gym. My gym lately has been playing golf. That's my gym.
Hey, that's not a bad one, man. That's a pretty cool little hobby to have too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's something I've been wanting to get into actually. Just haven't found the right friend group yet to be able to do that with. Cause I don't want to go solo just playing golf, you know. But I've gone to Top Golf. I don't know if that counts.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count, bro.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. We went with the coworkers and a compadre of mine last weekend, and it was a 9-hole. It took us 2 hours. There was this little guy behind us, and he caught up to us. It was only him. It was one of him, 4 of us. So we let him pass. And I think at one point I stole his ball. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know. I'm like, oops. I told my compadre,
is it inside you, bro?
I told my compadre, is this your ball right here? He goes, no, I don't think so. Well, fuck it, I want to grab it. I grabbed the ball, and then we find his ball like a couple feet away. I'm like, well, free ball. And then we see homeboy circling that area.
Looking for
oh, fuck, we took his ball. My compadre's like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
You guys, what if that was his last ball, bro?
Probably, right? I don't know. I had plenty. I had extras.
That's hilarious.
You say you believe in staying physical, mentally, and spiritually strong. You continue growing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Especially now more than anything, you know, because I got I think I'm going on 5 years sober. I think it's a good thing that I can't remember.
Okay.
You know, but I got going on 5 years trying to stay sober. So
all right.
Trying to have not control necessarily, but trying to have a good foundation, to help me through staying sober. Because don't get me wrong, temptation is a motherfucker, bro. It creeps in sometimes, but we just keep pushing forward, bro.
In that case, don't play golf, bro. Don't play golf.
Don't play golf.
Don't play golf.
Man.
Yeah, no. Yeah. People don't go play golf to play golf. People go play golf. They get a little buzz and then they play golf, or they try to play golf.
So I was like, damn, instead of finding the 9-hole, they'd be finding the 8-ball. Nah.
Yeah, no, bro. I wasn't even drunk and I fucking stole somebody's ball.
Oh, shit. Imagine if you were, man. You would have stole their whole golf cart. Nah.
Exactly. No, and then we're freaking driving in the golf cart, and so sometimes we play best ball. So whoever lands better, right? So we're driving the cart, and I just get my hand and I scoop down to grab the ball from the ground, and we keep going. And my fucking compadre fucking pushed me out of the car. You motherfucker.
I've seen that like on videos and shit. That shit's fucking hilarious, man.
Dude, and
as long as you guys aren't
go for it. As long
as you guys aren't doing like jackass shit.
No.
Get some airtime on the hills at the golf course.
No, he pushed me off. My buddies, 2 of my coworkers who came with us, and they were fucking laughing. I'm like, fucking guy. And they're riding with you again. And so you said you were born and raised in Huntington Park, man. So can you teach us a little bit about Huntington Park?
Huntington Park, man. Damn. I mean, I got some of my best memories there, some of my worst memories there, but I feel like growing up there is what made me who I am. You know, I'm not a perfect individual now, nor do I want to be. But I feel like what I went through there, you know, with the homies, with my family as well, just kind of made me who I am, man. Like you already know, you grew up in your hood, you know.
Yeah, I grew up in Colonia, bro. I was freaking living right there on Cooper and Garfield for a while.
Yeah, so I grew up on Templeton and Florence, you know. So that's like right there. There's like you know, LA, like there's like so many gangs there.
Yeah.
That gangsters have like an option, you know. Oh, should I be this gang, that gang, you know? So luckily, I never got into gangbanging. I was a tagger, you know. I used to tag religiously, bro. I used to get up like at 5 a.m. tagging and you know, just doing things, you know.
You hear that, Huntington Park? It was him. Yeah. He just incriminated himself.
Hey, you know what's funny? I don't think they can either way. It's been more than a long time, but
no, you're good.
The police over there, bro, they like, I remember they would like catch me with spray cans and stuff, and the police officer he would tell me, he's like, the day I find what you're tagging, he's like, I'm gonna screw you over, man. But they never found out the name that I tagged, because I used to tag a lot, bro. Like Huntington Park used to be like mobbed up like with my name back in the day. So
this guy.
Yeah.
But then later on, you guys moved to Southgate. Isn't that worse?
Nah, I think Huntington Park is worse, bro.
Really?
To be honest, yeah. I don't know if you saw it, but Huntington Park, I want to say like 5 years ago, was one of the most miserable cities in California.
Oh shit.
Yeah. A lot of tweakers there, bro. A lot of tweakers, a lot of catalytic converter stealings. And I'm not knocking on them for calling them tweakers, you know, like not at all, you know. But a lot of catalytic converter stealings, just
Huntington Park are a bunch of tweakers. I like that podcast title.
No. Hey, I got a homie right now though. I really like what he's doing, bro. I should probably connect you guys, but he has his own little brand, Huntington Park Certified.
Okay.
And I like how, because I mean, there's a lot of gentrification right now in the hood, you know. So he's showing all these little like restaurants in Huntington Park, all the positive things of what our city has to offer. Nice. Yeah. So shout out to the homie Marcos. He's doing his thing out there, you know. So
back to shout out to Marcos. Yeah, connect him with me, bro. We'll talk later. But so what was it like and how old were you when you guys were in Southgate?
Southgate, I want to say like I don't think I lived there for that long, bro. I think only like 2 years. Like my mom and dad, from like when I was born to like 12 years old, they lived in Huntington Park.
Okay.
And then they got like their own, like, not that they didn't have their own path, but just something more stable in Southgate, right there off Long Beach and Tweedy, which that side of town is like borderline going to like Watts, you know.
Okay.
So it is kind of active.
Dude, you guys are in the fucking hood, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was a hood, man. But we were right there on La Rail.
When I rode my bike, I'm gonna go past tense. When I rode my bike, and I'm like, damn, this bike trail takes you through Watts and Compton. I don't know if I want to ride it through here.
Yeah, I probably would. I don't know. I see a lot of guys on TikTok right now, like taking the LA River, like riding their electric bikes there.
Oh yeah, no, they ruined it. They ruined it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done it in a while. I need to get back on it. It kind of scared me going by myself. I used to go by myself, you know, or when my brother came into town, and somebody was, I'm gonna air quotations, unalived on one of the passages that one of the bridges that I go through, and I was like, fuck, this is just happening too often that I put my bike on a stand and I just ride it in the garage now and put a TV in the garage and I just watch the TV. So
Damn,
yeah,
that's crazy.
but I do miss it, man. I miss it, but it
Well,
is what it is. The last thing I
trip
want
out-
is go for it.
Yeah, trip out on this. So, like talking about like people, unalived, right?
Unalived. Yeah.
Yeah. There's this homeless guy that was doing those type of things. And I used to go tagging at this like graffiti bomb yard in Southgate. And my friend told me, he's like, hey, when we get there, like, just ask that homeless guy for permission. Because
Oh shit.
he has one of, like a little blicky.
Yeah.
And if he's not okay with you, he's probably gonna unalive you.
Unalive you. Fuck.
And
man.
yeah, sure enough, I went up to him like, hey, what's up, man? Like, I'm just here to like mob up real quick. I brought you a pistol, Gave that for his 40. He's like, yeah. He's like, do whatever you want in the yard. And I was just like mobbing up, and then like we're going deeper into the yard, and there was an unalived homeless person there, and I was like, god damn, like was that guy that I just gave that 40 to? And like a couple weeks later, bro, trip out, like it came out like on the local news, like Univision, that they caught like this homeless person unaliving people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, god damn, I can't believe I gave a murderer a beer.
And then you saw that, you went home, you went and got your friends, and then you went and you asked them, you guys want to see a dead body?
Basically, yeah. Actually, we did go back.
This guy. So Boys in the Hood was based on your life, huh?
I don't know about my life. A lot of people that grew up there's lives. To be honest,
you do look like a young Ice Cube.
Oh man, that's funny.
Just a Mexican version.
Mexican, yeah. Yellow. They're gonna come yellow.
So I mean, that's me, man. I get distracted, bro. Yeah, dude, I love having someone from my town. So back to you. You said your parents divorced at 14, huh?
Yeah, 14. That thing was. I mean, I think a lot of people go through that, but I think for us it was kind of interesting because like I feel like our family had like a lot of. How can I explain this? Damn, that's a really great question, but it just had like a lot of like love, but a lot of anger in it, I think it, and a lot of confusion, because I feel like in the Hispanic like culture, right? Like sometimes you get married at a very young age, and sometimes you're kind of forced just because like Mexicans say like, oh, that you got her pregnant, that's your wife forever, and sometimes not saying that it isn't the best thing to do, but if there isn't a meeting of the minds, it's going to be a lot of conflict from mom and dad, and the kids are going to grow up seeing that, and there's going to be a lot of confusion and a lot of weird feelings and not a real understanding of what like a family is, So when we split, like when my family when my mom and dad got divorced, I feel like my mom and dad finally found out what it was to be themselves, So descuidaron de los otros,
Yeah.
So I ran amok on the streets. Afterwards, my other brother ran amok on the streets. My brother's still in jail right now. Free my brother, And my youngest brother, I think ese güey sí se puso las pilas, He learned from me and my other brother's mistakes. He's like, I'm not gonna be doing the same thing you guys are doing. And he went to school doing his thing. I got him a job selling cars right here in Team Nissan, and he's at Toyota. But yeah, I mean, it definitely did suck, But it's just one of those things where it just had to happen, And I don't blame my parents at all for what happened, I think it was something that was going to happen sooner or later, And sometimes it's better sooner than later, because then people, I mean, tensions start rising. I'm not saying that my dad was going to hit my mom, but you never know, tensions build up.
Yeah.
And things could have probably ended up worse,
Yeah. I mean, it says you grew up around alcohol and drugs.
Yeah. I mean, I think as most Hispanics, we see our parents drinking, but my dad took it as the Olympics,
Damn.
That fool would drink on a daily, pericar on a daily. But I don't. It's what I grew up seeing.
Yeah.
Not something that I'm ashamed of, you know. I think it was very interesting. And I did get wrongly influenced because I saw my jefe do it, you know. So I was like, oh, like maybe that's what I should be doing too, you know. So I think I started doing like coke at like 13, 14. I don't remember really, but it was like around that age, you know.
You said because your dad used to sell, right?
Yeah, he was like the neighborhood coke dealer, man. He was doing his thing. I mean, there was times at our house where, I mean, we literally had like not one brick, but like 2, 3 bricks, you know. And it's really funny, you know, like the first time that I found out my dad sold coke, it was pretty funny because like I would always see people coming in and out of our house, but one time like the immigration came, you know, to our house. And my mom, she thought it was like DEA, you know. so, so like we're like trying to like hold off the people at the door, so we could flush down all the coke down the toilet and like drain it in the bathtub, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we're like, hold on, like he's getting ready, you know. Like we're like my dad's like barely waking up, but we're really like flushing fucking like coke down the toilet, the sinks, the bathtubs. And then finally, like right when we flushed down like the last amount or drained the last amount,
Yeah.
they like just barge in and we're like, oh shit, like no, he didn't do it. But like they're like, we don't care what he did. We're just taking him. He's not supposed to be here. He's an illegal immigrant, and they deported him.
Oh shit!
And, yeah. Was,
hey, what a waste of coke!
I know. Yeah, I know. It's funny because like I think like my dad like later on like told me he's like I got myself into some trouble because there was a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he repaid it, but I couldn't imagine how he repaid it, you know.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
But I mean, I don't know. I think that was. I don't know. It was gonna sound bad, but I think that was like great, man. I think that just builds like a better person, you know, like going through those adversities, seeing your parents struggle, maybe not do the right thing, but I like as where I'm at right now, I feel like it defines me.
Yeah.
You know? Like I have zero shame of what I've been through and what I've done, man. I think it's all for a greater purpose and a defining moment, you know.
Yeah. So you took on responsibilities as the firstborn towards the family, right?
Yeah, it kind of felt like that, because parents divorced, both of them not around. So I started doing my own thing in high school too, like selling dope, not to my friends, because I don't know, like I felt like selling dope to your friends, it was kind of like weird or like nasty. So I would just like plug in fools in Southgate, in Highland Park. And I'll be on my own solo missions, kind of like get some money. Because like when my mom and dad se descuidaron, like they literally forgot about like the bare minimum. I was like, hey bro, I got school to wear. I got school clothes that I need, shoes. So I needed to like buy my own shoes, buy my own like clothes. And if I wasn't like making money to get myself that, man, I'm like the only person that I know that would rob at JCPenney from like all my friends and not get caught, bro. And everyone's like, how do you do it? I'm like, bro, I just go in the fitting room, put on like 10 cargos, 10 shirts, and just book it.
Vámonos.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
And yeah, that's it, man.
Another incriminating himself. Okay.
I did my time already. No.
Hey, we got him. Listen. LAP, we got him.
I was like, I knew I saw a wire now.
Yeah, right. Hey, oh shit, you do. You see wires.
Yeah.
It said you started working at the with it just says his father at a Paramount swap meet.
Yeah. Man, she just brought back a lot of memories, bro.
Hey, they're your notes, bro.
Yeah, I know, but
you sent me all this.
It goes back to that busy lifestyle, you're just like typing things, sending them. But yeah, I think I've been working since I was like, I could be wrong, but like 9 or 10 years old, okay. and it all started off at the Swami, bro. Like it's pretty crazy, 9, 10 years old. I didn't, like some kids woke up on Saturday morning wanting to watch Kids WB, or like cartoons. I was right there 5 a.m., at the Swami, bro, working.
Yeah.
Setting up a little tent, to slang some clothes with my dad, because he had a little puesto there where he would sell like Chicano attire, like flannels, dickies.
So this is before he left, obviously, before he got deported.
Yeah, no, and no, he actually came back, bro. I didn't even mention that, huh?
Oh.
He actually, like, bro, like a week later, bro. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that one.
The man can't hold me down, fuckers.
yeah, no, that motherfucker came back, bro, like a week later.
That's cool.
Yeah, he said chalice, came back. But that's one thing.
He said, "Chale con ustedes. Money buys my backup."
Yeah. Blood in, blood out, right?
There you go.
Yes, sir. That's a fucking classic, man.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched it, you new generation, you guys need to watch it.
You guys need to watch it.
It's a really good movie. That way, you guys understand where all that Chicano, like gangster heritage mentality came from.
Oh yeah.
Not encouraging it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a cool little story and background. But I've been working since like 19 years old, bro. It's pretty crazy,
Need auto insurance or an SR22? Like now, SolarX Insurance gets you covered fast. No license, no problem. We speak your language, shop the best rates, and get you back on the road today. Call 877-736-4719. That's 877-736-4719. Visit slxinsurance.com or call now 877-736-4719. Quick, easy, done. Solar X Insurance. Drive with confidence.
Let's see here. It says while exposed to drugs, he hustled at the swap meet. Post-swap worked ethic that shaped him.
Oh, you know what? Like that Swami right there, man. That Paramount Swami is iconic, bro. I don't know if you heard of it. Paramount Swami.
No, Santa Fe Springs swap meet though.
Okay, that's another really good one. But like the Paramount Swami right now, it's like it's on the rise right now.
Yeah.
I know you're a movie person. They have a drive-in theater right now.
Oh, nice. So
I
actually live down the street from a movie theater, a drive-in movie theater.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
También it's a swap meet. It's like the most popular swap meet here in this territory.
And where are you at again now?
La Puente.
La Puente,
La Puente, California.
La Puente. Oh, damn. I'm going to have to check that out because I've been wanting to go to the drive-in theaters. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I think the nostalgia behind it.
There used to be one, again, before your time. There used to be one on the corner of 5 Points is that? All those new condos, bro. All those new condos. That used to be a movie. That used to be a drive-in movie theater.
Right there before Henry's Cafe.
On the corner, literally across the street. All those new condos across the street from Henry's Cafe. All those are.
That's crazy.
Again, another quick movie note or movie music video. They actually Jagged Edge filmed a music video inside Henry's Cafe.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put links of all this shit on the episode description.
Hey, or maybe it's an inspiration to do also little like reels. You know how like everybody doing reels, like, hey, did you know what movie got filmed here?
I used to live. So there's this where they make sandwiches, tortas, on the corner of 7th and Oxnard Boulevard. Hey, good tortas, bro. I used to live above the restaurant, and even that window where my window facing the street, you saw it in the music video. I was like, holy shit.
By tacos, I think it's called like Tacos Mexico. Or
they have like this little like sushi thing in the corner, golden something.
Oh,
maybe?
golden egg.
Okay,
like that.
There you go, right there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, those places trip me out. So people used to live up there?
Yeah, they weren't supposed to though.
Damn. Hey,
Hey. Oh shit, bro. We got him. LAPD, we got him. Or Oxnard PD, we got him.
Yeah. But that's a trip.
Funny story about that one. Let's see it. So I had a friend that also does real estate, and they're like, hey, well, you're going through some tough times. We can rent you one of those rooms up there. I'm like, okay, thank you, appreciate you guys. And so I was living up there, and then one day the mother of my kids, just to be conniving, because she thought I was fucking happy. She thought I was dating this girl. Just to be conniving, bro, she called the code enforcement. Code enforcement went up there, and they're like, "This is a building that's freaking earthquake Like, it's not safe for an earthquake. People shouldn't be living up here. Blah, 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 blah. And obviously I had to go. It ruined my friendship with my friend because that was the mother of my kids that caused this bullshit. And yeah, everybody had to leave. I bumped into people after.
Ex or current?
Ex.
Oh.
I used to bump into people after the fact, and pretty much they blame me for that shit because they lived up there for like 20 plus years. I'm like, fuck.
I better not go there and see a picture of you right there, like not welcome.
Not
there,
welcome, huh? Hey, bro, I'm gonna be like, hey man, can you go to that torta spot and give me a torta? Cause they won't let me in, bro.
Imagine you're gonna be like, like the guys at 7-Eleven, the wall of shames that they have.
Pretty much, huh? Like liquor stores, they have people that stole shit, and I'm in there like, he's not welcome in here.
Hey man, I used to do beer runs. I'm like surprised I never got on one of those wall of shames, bro.
Really?
Yeah, my mom was absolutely fucking like she would have killed me, bro. If I would have been on. She walked into 7-Eleven. She's like, "Oh, mi hijo," like she would go fucking crazy.
Hey,
bro.
that's my son.
but you know what's funny though? Like I used to get like text messages like midday. Because I used to get like I used to do graffiti religiously. I used to get up like at 5 a.m. bro to go tagging like a job.
Guy.
And my mom on her way to work, she'll like take pictures. She's like, "Este eres tú, ¿verdad?" She's like, pinche pendejo, like, váyate el culo. Like, that shit would be funny, man. So, yeah, my mom knew what I tagged, exactly what I tagged.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
So, back to your early teens. Now we're into your early teens. I mean, you already talked about tagging and then drugs at a young age because of what, you thought was normal because it's what you saw at home. But is that the reason why you got arrested multiple times as a juvenile?
Nah, I sucked at like not like getting tickets as a juvenile.
This guy
fucking sucked at it, man. Like I would get like, and it's funny because I would always get like a ticket on my birthday.
This guy,
like from like 14 to like 19, 20. I think there wasn't a single year that I didn't get a ticket or was arrested for one of my birthdays. That shit fucking sucked.
This guy.
But no, it was primarily for like graffiti, or what's it called? Conspiracy, like
conspiracy
shit,
to commit a crime?
Yeah, or like sell
Something
drugs.
like
I never knew that. I sold drugs, yeah. But yeah, conspiracies. It was a trip, man. But yeah, for most part, yeah. I was arrested for like drugs and graffiti, And
then you never finished high school?
No, I didn't, man. It was funny because when I was in juvenile hall the last time, it was for conspiracies. It was fucking crazy, man, because I had like met this drug, like a quote unquote like druggie, but he was really some guy wearing a wire.
Fuck.
Bro, it was
so this is not the first time, huh? Fucking, we got him.
No, not the first time. But I did my time, so I'm good, bro. Yeah. But yeah, this guy I literally met, like I was tripping. I don't know, I was on a good one too. I was on a probably like 2-3 day bender, no sleep, like 16 and a half years old. 2-3 days no sleep. And I met some guy. He's like, hey man, you know where I could buy some dope? I'm like, yes, I do know. Me, yeah. And he started buying like an 8-ball every week. And this happens for like 2-3 months.
Because he was building a case, bro. He was building a case.
No, and then like I should have read the red flag, bro. He goes from like a 8-ball to like a fucking like a teener, and then from a teener to like just bigger quantities. And I was like, damn, I don't have this quantity. I'm gonna have to plug you in with someone. And I hit up my boy. I'm not gonna disclose his name,
bro, because they always go after the little fish because there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, no, and I hit up my boy. I'm like, hey, bro, like, where I could get this? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I could get it for you. He's like, I don't want to have nothing to do with the deal though, so I'm gonna give it to you. When that guy gives you the money, we just break half and half.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, that sounds fair. And I should have done the meetup somewhere else.
At your front door.
No, I did it like on his. I did it on my friend's block, bro.
This
like a
fool.
dumbass. So I told the guy, I'm like, hey, meet me at the end of this alley. I told the guy that I had met, like, meet me at the end of this alley. My homie lived on the other end of the alley. And I didn't coordinate the times either, like properly, like an idiot. I want to say I maybe like so I met up with my friend at like probably like 3 p.m. and I had told the other guy to meet me at like 3:05 p.m. You know, and then once me and my friend are chatting up, I see a cop on a cop car, not a cop, a cop car on one side of the street, one side of the alley, and then I see another cop car on the other side of the alley, and the guy that I've been talking to walking down the fucking alley, and I was like, huh, this is kind of fishy, you know? And then I turned behind me, and it's a bunch of apartments out there in LA, so a lot of people, there's a lot of traffic coming in and out, you know?
Yeah.
And I see like three other cops walking into the alley, and I was like, oh shit. And my homie, I don't know what the fuck my homie thought he was gonna do, like fucking like run through the cop car, you know? But he got in his car trying to like drive away, and I started booking it, like running with the drugs, you know? And it's funny because as soon as I tried hopping a fence, like mid-air, like when I jumped up to the fence, the cop just tackles me mid-air, bro, like a fucking football player. It was fucking crazy. I thought that guy I thought I had like a Mike Tyson moment, man. I broke my back.
This fool.
Cause like all the weight of like a grown ass man on top of me, that shit fucking hurt, man.
Damn.
And like it was funny how it all happened though, because like when he tackled me, I had thrown the dope, and they arrested me. Obviously I didn't snitch. I did my time, and they searched like so diligently for the drugs, they couldn't find it. And they let me go that same night, but I had a court date scheduled like for like a month later or something like that. And they couldn't find it, so I come out from my mom went to go pick me up from the police station at Huntington Park, and then she's like, "Oh, you fucking idiot! Like that's what you get, you know, like for trying to sell drugs." She's like, "You're a bad drug dealer."
Yeah,
And
you're a dumb drug dealer.
You know, I was like, "You're a bad drug dealer." She's like, "Pendejo no sirves, blah blah." You know, just talking shit, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, "No vas a salir the rest of the day." I was like, "Hey, ma, but like, I need to go pick this up." You know, they didn't find it. You know?
Oh, this fool.
They didn't find it. From my knowledge, they hadn't found it. And sure enough, bro, I go back to where I got like arrested, and sure enough, I found the dope there, man.
This fucking guy.
And from that point to my court date, I went on like a fucking bender, bro. Like I met some guy that used to tag.
Yeah.
And we went on like 1 month, like every day doing dope, bro. Like every fucking day.
Damn.
And we were tagging, like if we were not walking from Huntington Park to East LA, we were driving or going into like the buses and stuff like that. And sure enough, I end up going to court. They put me on house arrest, and I was still like on a sick one, you know, so to say. Like the guys from Fools Gone Wild say, on a sick one.
This guy.
But I go on house arrest for like about a week or 2 weeks, and I cut it off, bro. I just go on the run.
This guy.
And that shit, man, I regretted cutting it off because all I had to do, bro, was like 30 days of house arrest, and I was good to go. But I ended up fucking cutting it off and doing my whole birthday and like 5 months, I think, arrested in juvenile hall in, I don't even remember, bro, somewhere in the fucking middle of the desert. That shit sucked. Peak of summer. It was quote unquote like my last year in high school. But
yeah.
I was supposed to be a senior, but I was still a 10th grader because of my grades, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was in there, man, it was horrible because you're in the middle of the desert. It's fucking hot. Peak of summer. And I was a bad dude, but like I felt like that put a chip on my shoulder, you know, because right there, I forgot the name of that spot, but a lot of people that I was locked up with, they were like transitioning to going into like fucking jail, you know, like adult jail.
Yeah.
So I never had like violent crimes. I mean, I've caught some fades, you know, but these fools were like full on gangsters ready to go to fucking do Southside Rutina, you know. Like, it was pretty crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I did. I got most of my high school credits in that fucking time frame, and it was pretty funny because I was like, man, like I'm about to like leave, and I kind of wanted to like get in a fight to stay there longer to graduate.
This guy.
But I was like, nah, I kind of want my freedom, you know. Like, so when I came out of juvenile hall that time, I tried to go back to school, but the school's like, hey man, we've like the school district, they're like, hey, we've kicked you out of like a lot of schools, and todavía no agarras la onda, way.
Yeah.
You know, so we can't accept you into any LA Unified School District. You're already about to turn 18. So I mean, no, I think I had turned 18. They're like, so you're 18 already. You kind of have to go to adult school. And I was like, man, I don't want to fucking go back to school.
Yeah.
So I just started working. You know.
Yeah. Well, it says here that at 18 you met someone who taught you about positive thinking and the power of the vision board.
Oh yeah, that one's a trip. I forgot all about that guy, but I forgot his name. But he was like some type of like Freemason or something like that. And he was very interesting individual. Cause,
He wasn't a carpenter, was he?
Huh?
He
was not a carpenter.
Okay.
Nah.
All right, making sure, man. Jesus freaking came up to you and said, "Hey, let's go."
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, it was a Freemason. Like very proud Freemason. He had like the ring and like the gold chain and all that. And he would spend some of his times in juvenile halls talking to like troubled kids, you know. And he told me like, hey, when you get out of like jail, like try not to go back to doing what you're doing. But he taught me that thing what you mentioned, the dream board, you know, like
Vision board.
He's like, yeah, vision board. Now I call it a dream board. I still do it to this day.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he taught me the vision board, and he showed me this book called The Secret. That just means like speaking things into existence, and you know, keeping like a goal visible and speaking it out as much as possible. So when I did come out, I actually stayed sober for, I'll say like 6 months. That was like the longest period I stayed sober for, after, you know, for a while. Aside from like being arrested, but it was like 6 months sober. I had a job. I had done that vision board that he said, man. It was pretty funny because I had like envisioned in that dream board like I was gonna get this car, that car, and this other car, and just working hard and just trying to like hustling, you know, as an adult, like actually with legit jobs. I was able to get the things that I wanted, you know, but little by little I started making like adult money, and I was like, oh, adult money sounds cool. So I started like drinking again, and you know, going back to old ways, you know. And yeah, I mean, I was just someone that grew up in the system, you know, not the most perfect like family. So 6 months of sobriety and like a couple of months in juvenile hall wasn't gonna fucking fix me, you know.
Yeah.
It was just like a bandage over what was really wrong, you know, which is like internal problems and like, you know, and emotional distress or whatever, you know, growing up in a distressed family,
yeah,
or household.
So around 1920, you moved to Oxnard. What made you pick Oxnard?
It's just funny enough how like things kind of lined up, bro. Like we had like me and my little posse got into some, or like friends, we got into some problems, and the block was hot, you know, to say the least.
Yeah.
I did some things, they did some things, and we got ourselves into some big problems, you know. So we had, excuse me, I burped.
No worries, you're good.
Yeah, we got ourselves into some big problems, and we kind of had to lay low for a while. One of my homies, he got busted, I want to say for like 8 years. One of my homies got killed.
Oh man.
And it was just crazy, man. So it just all lined up perfectly, and I ended up out here in Oxnard, like 1920 roughly, and it kind of
1920
changed my perspective. I mean,
your
19,
age. I'm thinking the year.
Yeah.
Duh. No,
Oh.
your
Yeah.
age. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like 1920,
Yeah.
bro. We weren't alive in 1920.
You're like, damn.
Damn, you're old, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, but yeah, I moved out here to Oxnard, and it changed my perspective. It made me more of a hustler. It's kind of weird, but it made me more of a hustler. Like, yeah, I've worked 2 jobs for a while, and then kind of got tired of like the warehouse work, bro. Like, like I would see fools like when I was riding my bike to the warehouse, I'm like, damn, this shit's easy, you know. And then I would see the fools in the fields, like, God damn, shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
Because esa madre is putiza, bro.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the people who don't know, like, field work is hard. I mean, warehouse work is hard, but you can't compare it to field work, man.
No.
You're right there in the dirt getting dirty, your sweat's turning into mud on your skin. You know, like, shout out to all the raza out there, you know, like, without papers or with papers out there working hard in the fields, man. Because without you guys, you wouldn't have any produce, you know, at
Exactly.
the grocery stores, man. It's very underrated, and we all love our strawberries, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So no se hagan.
Oh yeah. So in your 20s, you became a successful car salesman, but that fueled your addiction and partying.
Yeah, it's kind of it was kind of like a double-edged sword because that was like my first introduction to like God as well. As weird as it may sound, because like I was like riding my bike for a while because I had lost my car at the time from moving from Huntington Park to like Oxnard. So I was riding my bike for a minute, you know, and I was getting tired. I was like, damn, like this fucking riding a bike shit sucks, you know. So I ended up getting a car. I got into car sales. Someone like introduced me to it. They're like, hey man, you have like really good like social skills, like te das para hablar,
Yeah.
you know, and you're really nice. I'm like, you should get into car sales. So I was like, hey man, let's figure it out. You know, I'll find a dealership. I'll go apply places, and I went to go apply a couple of dealerships, but the first couple of people that I met, they were, I feel like they saw this little Hispanic, you know, 20 years old, young. I feel like I always kind of carry the chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I always carried like a chip on my shoulder. So I feel like I wasn't getting the right opportunity. So I'm like, hey, Josue, like you need to like slow down a little bit, like reinvent yourself a bit, you know, like read a book or two, you know. So I read like How to Win Friends and Influence People to help me like navigate conversations. And I had kind of given up on trying to be car salesman. But I'm like, okay, I read these books. I learned some things. Let's go get another job application, you know. So
Yeah.
I got a couple of job applications out there. And the first one that calls me was Kirby Kia in Ventura. And that place, I met a lot of good people. The first, I want to say like 3 to 6 months, one of my friends that was a sheriff, his name is David Sanchez. I don't know if you know him, but he used to deliver produce to Four-Way Meat Market back in the day.
Oh, okay.
He used to be a magician at the Oxnard Pack back in the day too.
Oh, okay. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw the truck at the store multiple times, but never really. I just knew the
Oh,
owners,
okay.
man, because they went to high school with my mom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I knew the owners.
But yeah, that guy kind of put me under his wing and taught me how to, because he was the first person, and I think it was the sheriff inside of him, and the psychology that he knew behind him. He's like, hey man, you're actually a pretty nice kid, you know. You just you're a little rough on the edges, you know.
Yeah.
So he made the nice side of me come out, and taught me how to like leverage that in sales, and how to become a better car salesman, you know. But once I started getting the money in, like started getting like nice checks, I started like going into like, okay, like I got money for my family. I got this leftover money. What the fuck do I do with it? Because I never like touched $100,000.
Damn.
Like like selling drugs, you know, like it was just like petty like exchanges, couple thousand here, couple thousand there, but like $100,000 in a year, I never really touched, you know.
Yeah.
Especially legally, you know. So I ended up just going into like bars, just doing coke, you know, but a lot of coke because I had a lot more money, and just running amok, bro. Like I was like a professional, but I was like I would hide it really well, like no one really knew, you know. So that unknowing what to do with the money just fucking was like fuel to the fire, bro.
Yeah.
It was like really bad for let's see, 20 to like 25, 24 roughly. So it was pretty bad, man. It was like almost, it started off like I'm only gonna do this on the weekends, to like, hey, I'm doing coke every day now. I'm
Yeah.
working with clients doing coke.
Damn.
I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go show these numbers to my manager, but I really want to go take a bump in the restroom. I'm like, hey guys, spoke to my manager, and unfortunately, this is the best thing that we could do. How close can you get to this number? But I was like fucking racked out, like on coke, man.
Damn.
It was crazy.
Well, it
Yeah.
said that kind of like ruined your little family, right? You already had a girlfriend and a child, I'm assuming, because it's this little family.
Yeah, so my daughter was born, when I was 18, but I like, my girl put up a lot with me, man. I'm surprised she's still with me.
Oh, well, that's
To
a
be
good
honest.
thing.
Yeah, but she put up a lot with me, but I think like, when I was like 23 and a half, she just was tired, bro. Like who wouldn't be? Like,
Yeah.
your significant other is making money and he's providing, but whatever is left over, he's like spending on drugs,
Mm-hmm.
alcohol. There was times, bro, where like I would disappear from like the house for like 3 days. Whoop. And I'd be like from like party to party to party.
Yeah.
And since I had money, I was just and then I started like selling like drugs too at the same time. And I just started like disappearing like from my family. It was, it's the addiction, it's awful.
Yeah.
And my girl's just fed up, she's like, hey, like, you need to go, So anyway, I think it was also like me too. I think I was like I was really like coming off of drugs, and I was like, all right, fuck it, like I'm fucking leaving too, So I didn't say like, hey, all right, let's figure this out, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna stop. And yeah, we broke up for like I want to say like a year and like maybe 2-3 months, But it sucked. It really did suck because I didn't I didn't blame her. I blamed myself more than anything, because the times like because when we broke up, I was at the beginning. I was like, oh, let's party every single day now,
Yeah.
and working at the same time. So when I got kind of tired of partying a lot, I was only partying Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday through Thursday I was working my job. Monday through Thursday started feeling like really lonely, because my quote unquote friends weren't really there,
Yeah.
and it just kind of felt empty and void. Like, and it sucked because it was all during COVID too, where everyone was kind of to themselves, and it was just a weird time. I think I know for a fact I fell into like really bad depression and like anxiety, and then like covering it up with drugs was not a good mix at all.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But this entire time, it said you were partying from house to house, partying from hotel to hotel, trap houses during that time, but you always managed to maintain to rent your own place. You always had your own place.
Yeah, I had my own little spot right here behind Oxnard High School. No, not Oxnard High School. What's it called? The one right here on Gonzalez and Pacifica. There you go.
Pacifica High School.
Yeah, I had my own little spot right there in Pacifica that I would rent with other like mutual like people,
Yeah.
professionals. So we were just renting out a spot there for a cool minute, but I kind of got kicked out from there because I was the one doing like the most. Like it was a nice, Pacifica, bro. It's a nice neighborhood,
Yeah, it is. It is.
And
the Walmart's on the street.
yeah. And I was the only one making like the whole neighborhood hot, bro.
Yeah.
Like we got into this fight. I'm sure you guys know about it, like Q Club. Everyone knows the Q Club.
Oh my god. Don't tell me that was you on the news, bro.
No, that was not me on the news. It could have been though. But yeah, we got into a pretty big fight at the Q Club, and like I brought a lot of heat to my house. The cops came, the people that we got in a fight with came, and it kind of kicked me out, and I had to go back to LA. And and then the partying from like hotels to hotels was pretty crazy because like I always had like money, and I was kicking with like homies that not trying to talk down, or anything like that, but I was always the one providing, and we would just trash fucking hotels, just fucking. There's some of them, bro, that like recently I tried to rent out because my mom was visiting, and they're like, "Hey, man, like you can't rent a place from us.
Damn.
I was like, what the fuck you mean I can't rent a place? He's like, yeah, back in 2020 whatever, you stayed here and the fucking TV was on the ground when we went in.
Damn.
And I was like, oh shit, I don't even remember, but okay. Yeah, so I ended up going back to LA and and renting a spot at not renting a spot, but staying at my mom's house, again. So yeah, it kind of sucked, but went back in there and I got into like drinking like really heavy over there in LA. It was probably drinking like every day. It definitely just sucked. But I think that continued for like 7 months, bro. Yeah, and that was like even worse because I think at that point I started like mixing like Xanax and like whiskey, and it was pretty bad, man.
Well, it says you had some run-ins with the law, a car accident, and is that all freaking because of the car accident? Because you were maybe under the influence or something?
Yeah, bro. So I was staying in LA, but like a lot of my life was still not a lot. I mean, it was a fake life. I call it a fake life, but most of my life was over here in Ventura still.
Yeah.
So I'd be like I would drive from like LA to Ventura, and I ended up getting into like this fight with my friend's neighbor near Pacific High School. And this, maybe you guys did see it on the news or not, but or like local news or VC Star. But I got into this fight with one of my old friends. He's not my friend anymore. Neighbor. And then I guess that guy told me that I took off afterwards. I don't really remember. It's all things that people have told me that happened. After I got in a fight with him, I took off. I crashed into his car. And then somehow I managed to like continue driving, and I crashed into the bleachers in Pacifica High School.
This guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then to top it all
But wait,
off,
there's more.
yeah. Somehow after like crashing into it, like my car, I was still able to pull out from like the bleachers, bro, and continue driving and end up crashing into a what's it called, the red light, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then from there ya no pude el pinche carro, bro. It was like there's 3 accidents in like a 30-minute time frame.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that got me in big trouble because the guy that I got in a fight with was trying to press charges. His insurance company, I had insurance at the time, so the insurance covered that car accident, but the insurance like, we're not fucking covering the bleachers for the school.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That was all you. So that's what you mean by legal death, huh? Legal death.
Yeah. And then when I was going to Ventura County courthouse, it was at that point like I was already like rock bottom, bro. I was like, fuck, like this really,
Yeah.
So I felt like that was like the last shovel to the hole, like the last like straw, so to say, where I was like, damn, like how am I gonna get out of this one? Like, there's no way in hell like I'm gonna come out of this without some jail time or like aggravated assault,
Yeah.
fucking car accident to his own car, car accident to the fucking school, and car accident to the I forgot the word that they used, but to a public like whatever, like the stoplight, and I was like, no way in hell like I'm getting out of this,
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the ticket. I didn't show up to court for a while. I was just like, whatever, I'm not gonna be going to court, and I still kept doing like drugs and stuff for a little bit, and yeah.
So is this when you tried to attempt to self-harm and you tried to overdose?
Yeah, I was like, it was pretty crazy.
And you survived? You couldn't even do that right, bro.
I think I did it too good now.
This guy.
Nah, but yeah, I just had a bunch of like coke. I don't even remember how much, bro, but it was enough to cover up a nice part of my desk,
Yeah.
So I felt like Scarface that night, man. I was like,
this guy.
just like, but without people coming into my house though.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like fucking just racking line after line, and I remember like before that, like what I thought about was like, damn, like this whole year that I have been with my girl, well, I guess ex at the time, I wasn't been with her and my daughter, like it just felt horrible, bro. Like I wasted time from them. I like deprived them of like a family, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm not like my dad, I'm probably worse than my dad at that point, you know, because my dad never brought like that much heat to himself, you know,
Right.
aside from the deportation. But I just felt like a bad dad, a bad like partner, and just tired of everything, bro. And I tried to like intentionally like overdose on coke, and I did a lot of it within like a 2-3 hour time span, like so much of it that it was gone.
Shit.
Like, yeah. And I remember I got sleepy. I don't know how the fuck I got sleepy, but I like laid down in my bed and I'm like looking at the ceiling, and funny, I had like fucking Rick and Morty playing. I had like Rick and Morty playing on the TV, and I was just like laying down in my bed, and I had a T-shirt on, and I would see like my heart like raise from the shirt, bro, and I was
No
like,
shit.
yeah, and I was like, damn, this is not normal. I've never seen this before, you know.
Yeah.
So I go to the emergency room, and they're like, hey man, you're not fine, but you're not bad. And I was like, but I could see my heartbeat. They're like, yeah, we could see that too.
Oh,
But like,
shit.
you're not. They're like, you're not falling into like any cardiac arrest. Like you're. Oh, I didn't even say this, but sorry, I should have said this earlier. I think this is very important for all those people that are trying to get sober. But like prior to that, like I did damn God at the time, you know.
Yeah.
Like I did tell God, like, hey God, like if you really exist, like prove me that you exist, you know. Show me by like making sure that I don't die, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I cried as well, you know. I'm like tired of like being where I'm at. Like it feels horrible. I have no one, you know. And I go to the hospital, and they're like, nah, like just go back home. You should be fine, you know. And sure enough, I go back home. I fucking slept for like 2-3 days, bro. I don't like. I just got off to like piss and like go back to bed, and I slept for like 2-3 days, and I knew that I like when I woke up, like officially woke up, like I had to make a change, bro. Like I was like, this is the sign, you know, like this is God, bro. Like there's no way this isn't God, you know. Like
Yeah.
I prayed and I damned you, and you proved me otherwise by making sure I didn't die,
Yeah.
you know. And I ended up going to church, funny enough, to this church where I used to like near, it's off of Johnson. It used to be off of Johnson. Now it's they moved to next to the Coca-Cola factory on the 101, Mission Church. But they used to be there during COVID, because of the gathering setup and stuff like that, right? So I used to sell drugs there and do drugs near there, and I would always see that church, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, and when I was trying to get sober, I'm like, what church do I go to? And I was like, this is the only church that I could remember or know of in Ventura County. So I went there, and coincidentally, they were talking about like sobriety.
Yeah.
You know, like
I see your notes
you know,
on
like,
that one. Yeah. The first church you attend, it's about addiction.
yeah.
That's a trip.
And yeah, and I think it's just like lined up, bro. Like I think it's just like all piled up, and it's just beautiful how like it all worked out. I'm like, it's definitely a sign that like,
And
like
that's what it says. It felt like it was direct sign from God.
yeah, it just felt like a sign, man. And I'm thankful for that, like all that whole year of addiction, like that I went like hardcore.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just God like giving me all these things to realize that I have a purpose in life.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that you say that because the purpose in life, right? You know, I saw a meme, and I don't talk about religion and politics on this podcast because, you know, people have their point of views and their 2 cents or whatever. But I do believe, I've said it multiple times, I do believe, when I was in my dark times and I wanted to end my life, mine was going to be a lot quicker, bro. You know your way around Oxnard. I was walking north on Rose Avenue, right there where that gasoline station's at with the water fountain. Rose and Fifth.
Oh,
Rose
yeah.
and Fifth. There's a McDonald's in the same parking lot. The train tracks are right there, bro. And I was walking up towards the train tracks. I can feel the freaking train, the wind, right? But I couldn't hear the train. And then maybe because I had my earbuds on too, listening to whatever I was listening to, some freaking Beats headphones. And when I was about to like keep walking towards it, something tugged me back, bro. Like something tugged me back. Something tugged my sweater back, and I looked back, and there was something there. So that's the day I looked up, and I said, "Okay, you obviously have a plan for me. This is not it." And that same day, the mother of my kids told me that she's pregnant with my youngest son. So
that was beautiful.
The same thing, bro. It's a direct sign from God, bro. And you know, it's a tough. You know when they say when you're going through your dark stages that your dark times that you always have someone to talk to. In my case, I felt like I had no one to talk to because what was going on at the moment was I didn't trust my family. And I've said it. There's other episodes there where we talked about this. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole about all this when this episode is about you. But yeah, I felt I had no one. Did you feel alone around that time, bro?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Like, all the friends that I had at the time, they like disappeared as soon as I disappeared. No, actually, as soon as yeah. So when I was in addiction, I didn't feel lonely, but when I started trying to like do the right thing, it felt lonelier, you know?
Right.
I felt like I had no one, and when I really wanted to talk to people, I feel like when I would talk to someone, it was just por el interés, you know, like all right, I'm gonna listen to you, but where's the coke at?
Yeah.
You know? So it was like it just kind of sucked, you know.
Right.
And I feel like as men, bro, like men and women, doesn't even matter. Men and women, we all need someone to talk to. And it could be a friend, it could be someone at church, it could be on a podcast, you know, to let out like a message, you know, for other people to hear and get inspired. But you definitely need to speak out a little bit, you know.
100%, bro. That's what this podcast is for. 100%, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So your new path to God's grace, prayer, and mentors like Frank Castañeda. Okay, is that somebody from the church?
Yes, it's funny because I met him at a Bible study.
Okay.
Bible study, and I know I cuss and stuff like that. You know, I'm not a perfect person.
No one is, bro.
But you know, he's definitely been a mentor in my life, man. He keeps me in check. He calls me from time to time. He actually used to be an OG man from Oxnard, and just I think he used to be like a big time heroin dealer at the time, like back in his days. And I'm saying he's like, I think, how old is he? He told me I think he's like 70, you know. So he used to be a big time heroin dealer and changed his life around. And now he goes from prison to prison. He was going to prison in California, but now I think he moved to Utah. So now he's doing that out there in Utah.
Okay.
So yeah, he still calls me like once a month and checks in on me.
That's cool.
He's like, what's up, homeboy? Like, how you doing? Because the OG in him doesn't come out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good people though.
So you have been sober for 5 years now?
Going on 5 years. Yeah.
Was
next year will be 5.
Was the trying to overdose? Was that the last time?
No, it wasn't.
No,
I still tried it. I still tried it one more time. I don't remember. Like, I think it was it my birthday? I don't know, but I ended up going to like Rosarito, and like that was the last time. I was like, okay, God, this is really right. I shouldn't have checked if he was right or wrong. You know, he was definitely right because I felt like I was gonna die in fucking TJ, bro. It was bad.
This guy.
Yeah, it was really bad. We actually almost did die. I'm not gonna lie, because me and my friend, we ended up in Rosarito, with a fucking horse, 2 horses, this like alleged local drug dealers, like narco over there in Rosarito, And the narco just disappeared on us. And we're just left there with the fucking horse. We don't even know where the fuck the horse came from.
Oh, shit.
So we just left the horse on the beach, and we like started walking back to our hotel. And we were like trying to smoke a cigarette, but we couldn't find a lighter. And we found this truck, 4x4 truck in the middle of the beach, bro, like absolute nowhere. And we're like, hey, and gente encapuchada, you know, like covered up military status. And we're like, hey guys, do you guys have a lighter? And they just like looked at us like dead silent, and they just nodded their head. And then I was like, so that, and my smart ass, I'm like, so eso significa que no, like,
Wow.
and I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that. And then they started getting in their truck, and I was like, all right, fuck you guys, you know. So we started walking. We're really close to like the pavement in Rosarito, getting close to Papas and Beer. And then we see the truck just fucking bust a fucking donut and starts like chasing out after us. But because they were in the sand, it like drove slower.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? The truck. And we ended up booking it. And by the time we're on the pavement, we're already close to like our hotel. Because we got the hotel like right off the beach.
Yeah.
And we just like ran in quick, and they didn't see us. And me and my friend, we just like, I think we were so scared we fell asleep. And we fall asleep, and we wake up the next day, turn on the TV, and we see that someone got murdered in front of the hotel, bro.
Oh,
and
shit.
we're like, fuck, dude. Like, I imagine, like, I'm like, it's not. And it was at the time that we got there, down to our hotel, like 4 a.m. You know.
Okay.
And we're like, fuck, I think that could have been us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that was us. And that was the last time I did drugs, because I got fucking scared, man. And
that was the wake up call, huh?
yeah, one of many, to say the least.
Yeah.
You know, one of many.
I want to jump into your career in redemption, pero is it before your career in redemption that your wife got back with you? Because that's not on here. It's not on here when your wife finally, you know, say, okay, cabrón, let's get back together.
Yeah. So
or is that after?
No,
you know what? I take that back, bro. I take that back. I see your daughter and family. So let's jump into your career in redemption. Then I see it on the bottom. You transitioned into real estate. During your car career sales, your sales career. What got you into real estate? The same thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same story as how I got into car sales, bro.
Yeah.
People always tell me like, hey, you're a really good car salesman. You should get into real estate, you know? Or, you know, it's funny. This one's fucking hilarious, but like, you should get into selling airplanes. Like actual airplanes.
I have a buddy that sells forklifts.
Yeah, they make money too. Whatever sells, you could make some good money.
Yeah.
But the airplane one kind of caught my eye, but I was like, it seems kind of not my thing, you know. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold off on the airplanes. You know, I don't think I want to do that. So
yeah.
I feel like at that point I didn't want to sell. I wanted to be a benefit, you know, or like something for the community. You know, so I feel like what other better vehicle than the vehicle that has made most amount of millionaires in the world, you know, which is real estate, you know.
Right.
And if you don't make someone a millionaire, at least you make their dream come true, man. Because I think the American dream is something that kind of is hard to obtain now, you know, because the American dream is having a family and your own home. You know, but with house prices and interest rates, and I feel like there's a lot of gatekeeping and knowledge. It seems almost impossible to own a home, you know. So that's kind of why I got inspired to want to get into real estate as soon as I got back with my girl. But it didn't work out like right away. I actually got a job, you know, at a local AT&T. Off of Rose and Gonzalez. I don't know if you're familiar with that area.
Dude, come on, bro.
I know.
Rose and Gonzalez, the Walmart's across the street. We go back to that Walmart, bro.
I know. Yeah, it's funny. But I ended up working at the AT&T across the street from the Walmart, coincidentally.
Yeah.
For like 2 years. And during those 2 years, I was sobering up, you know, too. Because a lot of people don't realize when you were an addict for like 10 years, it's not something you're going to snap out of like this.
Overnight,
know?
Yeah.
It comes with a lot of like, mental fog, a lot of like trying to create new habits to distract you from your addiction. It takes a lot of like cutting off people and re-inviting people to your life that are going to help you continue to stay sober, and start trying to find new friends or people you could associate yourself with that are more geared towards where you want to be at in life now.
Right.
So I went through still an emotion. Like, I mean, I think a lot of us, we do a good job of like, I mean, I think we should, to be honest, not show people like physically when we're struggling, but like show them like our progress, little by little.
Exactly.
So a lot of people didn't know I was like struggling with addiction, especially because I was kind of shy at the time too, talking about like my addiction and stuff. And it took me like 2 years to get mentally right and like emotionally right, and then I started like studying to get my license. And then even when I was studying, I feel like I think like the drugs took a big part of me. How do you call it, like in the learning curve? Because I felt like it was harder to learn, if that makes sense. Like to pass the test because of all the drugs still lingering. And I was reading this this research study of like addiction, how it could take like 3 to 4 years for like your whatever part of your brain is used to educate and learn. It takes 3 to 4 years for it to like go back to where it was, so you could actually learn like a normal human being, or normal, right? So I felt like when I read that article, I was like, oh man, like, is this the reason why I'm struggling to learn? But I was like, hey man, I'm not gonna let that be a reason why I don't get my fucking license. Like, no matter what the fucking statistics says, what article says that I have, I'm not gonna let that dictate me getting my license. So I was working a full-time job. In the mornings I would study, and during my lunch breaks I would study, and during the nights I would study, and on my days off I would study. And it took me probably longer than other people, and kudos to them, but I ended up making it happen, And even though like the stats and articles that I was reading of like addicts during that period, they're not able to like learn as much as like someone who's been sober, So I'm happy that I made it happen though, nonetheless.
So it says now focus on building his career, being present for his daughter and family. So walk me through that, bro. Walk me through that conversation, man. What did you reach out to your wife, or did she call you, or how did that go?
No, I don't know how the conversation came up, but like I think us getting back together was just how God played it out to be, Yeah. Because I feel like what, we've been together since like 16 years old, bro.
Okay.
So 15, 16. She's probably gonna hate me when she hears this podcast. I don't remember, but we've been together for a cool minute,
15, when it 16. Comes to wives, bro, dates are the one thing you need to remember.
Yeah.
So she's gonna. Okay, guys, sorry to say this, but this is the last time we ever heard from Josue.
Yeah, so R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But so I feel like we grew really close together since like high school.
Right.
That like my addiction made us grow so much differently at the end of it, Like we were two different individuals. Like she was her own woman, I was my own man, and I feel like we didn't know each other. So when we got back together, I was dealing with a damaged woman, and it was because of me, right? I damaged her, lying, cheating, doing things behind her back, disappearing for 2-3 days. So I was dealing with a damaged woman. So I also had to like be okay with like, hey, this is gonna be hard, but I do love her, I do appreciate her, and we're gonna figure this out. And like how God helped my addiction, I mean God's helped my relationship, and I think our relationship, I'll be honest, like gets better every day, bro.
Yeah.
Because she does her own part in like trying to bring psychology into our relationship. When we argue, we try to, because no fucking relationship is perfect, you know. Like, you could go to church and still argue, you know. So just so you guys know, guys, no relationship is perfect, you know. So she does her part and like tries to find like common grounds. I try to find my own parts and try to, you know, give her, you know.
Key to the best not the best relationship, but to, you know, to a successful relationship is patience, bro. Patience and communication, man. Patience and communication. That's one thing they told my wife when we were going to therapy. They're like, if you love this man, you better have a lot of patience because he has a lot of triggers. And so yeah, patience and understanding, bro. Like, you know, like there's sometimes where I feel like, again, one of my triggers is like cutting me off or assuming what I'm gonna say next, right? So last night we were in bed and getting ready to not go to sleep, obviously, and then I just said, I'm like, hey babe, you did that again. And she said, what do you mean? I'm like, you cut me off when you had no idea what was about to come out of my mouth. And she's like, I did, huh? I'm sorry. Because my boys have their friends. They spend the night. My nephew spent the night. One of the high school friends spent the night. So I was like, tomorrow after my podcast, you know, because obviously the high school student has to go home. I got to take him home. My thing was after the podcast, and she's like, they're not going to be awake by then. Whoa. After the podcast, I'm going to make breakfast. After breakfast, then I'll take him home. And, cause the friend does, I hear that you make like breakfast on the Blackstone and everything.
Cool.
I make everything, sausage, bacon, eggs, everything, bro.
We should have done the podcast at your house,
bro. In person, bro. You thought about it. But anyways, the point of that, bro, is patience and communication. Patience and communication. You say you were trying to create a legacy of breaking the generation cycles, the generational curses. That's what a lot of people call them. So that's great right there. Let's see here. Lessons in legacy, man. This is all your notes, bro. I love it. You were so freaking prepared, man. This guy has like he sent me a long ass email. But we're there.
My ADHD and OCD all in one.
Right there. Crashed, we're on the final stretch, bro. It says you see your struggles as both as a gift and a curse, and still faces temptation, but uses his past to relate and encourage others. Is this at church?
I haven't. I've actually been asked to talk at my church, like at my home church, and I'm still not there, but I think after this podcast I might be able to just
motivate you
without dropping so many F-bombs, you know.
That's the part that's hard. That's why you won't do it.
Yeah, probably, man. But no, but like I think I mean, yeah, man. I mean, God, like I think it's beautiful. Like I forgot what podcast I heard this, but I think it's 100% true, bro. If you were a drug addict and you fucking survived it, and you're sober, you are a motherfucking warrior, bro. Because I feel like cancer is one disease we can't beat. Addiction is another one, bro. Like, there's no cure to it.
Right.
This puros huevos, you know? And if you manage to fucking get sober and work on yourself, you have a fucking superpower, bro. You have a fucking superpower. And now you need to put all your past experiences and use that to fuel your future and to preach to other people, and not necessarily in a godly way, because people, I'm very open-minded and I could hear anyone talk. So if you don't believe in God and you survive this sickness, talk about it, you know? Talk about it, because there's someone out there that wants to relate to you, to hear that, yeah, I'm going through an addiction and you went through something very similar to me, but you surpassed it and now you're doing better. And that conversation you have with them, or even you listening to them, could inspire them and push them to fucking quit, you know?
Yeah. It says you're mostly proud of your sobriety, knowing that many peers never made it out of addiction.
Yeah, man. Damn. Yeah, but yeah, I've had a lot of friends pass away, man. I'm sure, like anyone, when you get old, people die of normal causes, sicknesses, heart attacks, whatever. But I probably have more friends dead than what I have in my fingers, in my hands,
Yeah.
fingers in my hands or whatever. But I've had a lot of friends pass away because of addiction, man. And there's a conversation that I had with one of my friends. He was one of the most recent ones that passed away, and it was when I was an addict. We were going to Chumash Casino, and we were drinking, but we had a really good conversation because I know he wanted to get sober, and I know I wanted to get sober. It's just we never had the support group, or we never hit rock bottom at that point. We were still going through our thing where we thought we were right, but I remember telling him that, I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna get sober one day. I'm gonna get my real estate license, and I'm gonna give back one day somehow to my community, And he's like, yeah man, you got this. You could do this. And he told me that his goal, like of being sober and getting a career and just becoming a different person, And he had a different addiction than I did. He was addicted to like meth, and fent. And he like I want to say like 2 weeks later, after I was hanging out and going to Chumash, he got a really bad lung infection from smoking a lot of meth, And coincidentally, when he got that lung infection, he also got like COVID.
Oh man.
And then with COVID, bronchitis, and you get bronchitis with a lung infection, that's death, So yeah, my friend died 2 weeks later, bro.
Sucks.
After having that conversation, and I take that conversation to heart, Sometimes when I do feel like quitting, I go back to that night, or actually that morning, because we stayed up all day, all night. But I go back to that conversation. I'm like, all right, Danny, this is. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep pushing through, and hopefully, I'm making you proud. From up there.
Yeah.
But that was one of the most hurtful ones that I've had.
That sucks, man.
Need auto insurance or an SR22? Like now, SolarX Insurance gets you covered fast. No license, no problem. We speak your language, shop the best rates, and get you back on the road today. Call 877-736-4719. That's 877-736-4719. Visit slxinsurance.com or call now 877-736-4719. Quick, easy, done. SolarX Insurance. Drive with confidence.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it says your vision is break the family's generation patterns of silence, addiction, and anger, replacing them with openness, healing, and joy. Can you give me your definition on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like in my family, we've all, don't know, or not don't know, but like we grew up a certain way where like men, like, hey, those are your feelings, deal with it, or it's a normal thing to do and drink, like, hey man, you're feeling sad, just grab a drink, I had a friend text me yesterday. He's like, hey man, let's go grab some drinks. My girlfriend broke up with me. I was like, I don't drink, like I'm not gonna do that, but like let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's for sure talk about it, because so I want to make that a thing, where like it's okay to express yourself, and it's okay to listen to other people, and if you're going through addiction, no matter how embarrassed you are, like, and I know it's hard to not speak up when you're in addiction, but don't feel shy, like if you don't want to talk to that other person, that you think you should talk to, reach out to, I would say, like, even me, man. Like, I'll plug in my Instagram, like, at the Realtor Josue.
Yeah.
Reach out to me if you're hearing this, and I'd be happy to, like, hear you out or, like, connect you with a sober living, because I got a couple people now that I've met that could give us vouchers and stuff for addicts, So yeah, I just want to make a difference, in my family and in the community, that like, we all go through things. We all feel sad. We all feel mad. We all have some form of addiction, but there's a way to heal it, and I think it comes, like you said, communication,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
You want to read? I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Just I don't want to remind you what you typed. Who do you want to be remembered as?
So when I die, I would love to be remembered for someone who never gave up, someone who kept trying, someone who always gave a helping hand, someone who fought for what he thought was right, live by the sword, die by the sword, I want to be just remembered as someone who also gave back to the community. There's something that I do, and I don't want to say it on the podcast because I want to say like I'm showing off, but there's something that I do to help the community once a year. And I just want to remember it as that person that never gave up, always tried, and always gave a helping hand. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
You pretty much hit every bullet point. It's someone that never gave up, always pushed forward, loved his family deeply. Oh, you forgot that one.
Oh, yeah.
And
my girl's going to kill me for that one. You're right.
Gotcha. Let's go back 2 minutes. All right, go ahead.
And I love my family deep. Nah.
There he goes. And then I love this one, bro. I love this one. Your last bullet point is, what is your core message? Let's see if you remember this one.
Oh man,
I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you so you can give me your definition of it. His core message is, no matter how deep the hole feels, you can climb out with faith in God and in yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
That's his
100%.
That's his core message. But yeah, all he's saying is 100%. This guy. No, man, it's like I said, this guy, Josue sounds like a Latin singer from back in the 80s. He was very prepared. He sent me an email, and all these bullet points are his. I didn't have to mess with any of them. He was very prepared. I love it. And so this is all him, man. And what do you call it? We're almost close to the end of the podcast here. You do have a child. Obviously, I always say the same thing. I know my listeners are probably getting tired of the same shit. There he goes again. He's going to say it again. This is a grown-up conversation. Children should not be listening to it. Once they're 18, do as you please. If your daughter were to listen to this episode at 18 as an adult, what message do you have for your daughter?
Well, I don't know if it's, I would say more like a pro tip, or like someone who's been through it, like life. I think I've been through a lot of like different versions of life. I would say to appreciate all the little things, whether good or bad, and never forget that you have a loving father or a mother that are always going to be here to hear you, because I know as we grow up, because I felt that, that I felt like I didn't have a mom or dad that wanted to hear me, so enjoy the little things, good and bad, and remember you always have a mom and dad that are going to be here to hear you, even if you're 25 and I'm pissed off at you.
All right. It's a trip, because last week we were driving to Oxnard. Well, we we didn't stop in Oxnard. We went to Ventura on our drive there. My son went with me. He's 18 years old now, and we were just talking, about his attitude lately, and it feels like as an adult now he's like more of ¿cómo se dice? Entitled. And I'm just talking to him, and we got to control some of this stuff, kid. I know you're at home nowadays with mom almost every day, and you guys are driving each other crazy. But at the end of the day, we do love you, pero, tone it down. And I think what he appreciated the most was when I kind of rubbed the back of his head, and I kind of pulled on his ear, and I told him, I love you, kid. And so we did a little bonding. It sucks. What did suck was we went to the courthouse and what documents we pulled out. Let's just say I learned a little bit about my childhood, even more. That I was like, you know what?
Good or bad? No.
Honestly, bro. Now that we shared your story, I guess we can share a little bit about mine. So hold on. Let me see if I can reach. So while I was there, oops, my microphone. While I was there, as you can see, he can see it. You guys can't. What are these?
A lot of numbers.
Well, they're
Court documents.
There you go. That was the word that I was looking for. This is the one thing that I've been saying since day one. If I talk on here and I say stuff about family, my mother, or whatever the case would be, I always say that I say that there's proof to what I say. All you have to do is go to the Ventura County Courthouse and ask to pull up your full mother's name and whatever comes up. And so I know that biologically my father is not the guy that she married, which is on these documents. And I always believed that my mother cheated with my biological father. She cheated on her husband with, right? I don't know if I should make this. I don't know if this is worse than cheating. So in 1981, this guy, aka the same guy that I have his last name, got together with my mother, but she was already 2 months pregnant. So he's not my father. There's a different document that states that he is not my father.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so they got together in 1981. I was born. He never saw the birth certificate. Because he assumed that, okay, well, she's going to do the right thing. I am not this child's father. So, so I'm given the last name. I was given homeboy's last name. I was like, okay. He didn't realize that until they went to baptize me. So when they baptized me, he realized, wait a minute, you gave this child my last name? You put my name on the birth certificate? No way. He petitioned to have my name legally changed. He petitioned. I'm freaking reading the documents, and I'm like, he wanted my last name removed because he's like, he's not my child. He even paid for DNA tests to prove that he was not the father. Obviously, my name was never changed, but he wanted my legal last name to be my mother's maiden last name. He was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, homie, I wasn't your son and you still didn't want me? Like, fuck, I love my daughter more than life itself. She's not biologically my daughter, but damn, fool. And he didn't want my last name on there. How's
your guys' relationship now?
I don't know, homeboy. I don't know the guy.
Oh,
I don't know him. I don't know
crazy.
I don't know who my biological father is. I at one point wanted to go meet this guy because this guy had me in his house. I remember the last time I was at his house. I was 3 years old, apparently 4 years old. Mm-hmm. They picked me up with the police car because I wasn't supposed to be there with him. So I felt like, based on my memories, that he wanted me a part of his life. But after reading this, I'm like, fuck you, homie. Fuck you. I mean, but then again, my wife's telling me like, well, why would he do that? He fucking still married her. Because people do stupid things when they're in love, aka me. Yeah. Aka
when
me.
You're young.
We're young and stupid. I don't know how old this guy was, but he petitioned to have my last name removed. Petitioner had no knowledge the said minor child's birth had been registered by the maternal mother's name responded, using the name of the father until several months later when said child was being baptized. Homeboy did not know that my last name was his until the baptismal.
Your mom did a good job hiding it.
Dude, right? Like, how the fuck are you married to this guy? And then they got married. They got married in
How long did they stay together? You don't mind me asking?
They were together for 3 years, and I was they got married when I was like 5 months old. So
yeah, so you probably don't have no memory. Huh?
So it just sucks because my whole life she tells me that this is my father, and then back in 2004 I find out that he's not my father, and now I'm finding documents that she didn't cheat on him. She was already pregnant. So she was already pregnant when they got together. So they got together and he had no idea.
Past relationship.
He had no idea until 2 months. She was already 2 months pregnant when he found out. So it's like the fucking lies continue and continue and continue. I told my wife, I'm done. I'm done digging up my fucking past, because every time I find it, it's just a heartbreak. Let's just put it this way, bro. Every piece of paper is 50 cents, right? She had just charged me $40 for 2 papers that I needed for proof that my criminal background was expunged, right? Notarized and everything. Boom, stamp. A stamp. My son's like, that stamp costs you $40, Dad. I know, the stamp, but
hey, but worth it. You got it.
Right, I got it. It was expunged back in the day, but I told my wife, I think I'm done digging into my past. I'm done digging into, because every time I find something new, it's just a heartbreak. So back to the point of that, the lady saw the look in my face, because she was reading it, right? She was reading it, and she was okay. Oh wow, oh this happened, and oh during your baptismal. Oh damn, bro. She printed out 14 papers that would have been $7 and told me a one-time courtesy, and she gave them to me, bro. I was like, damn, even this lady fucking felt bad. So
this
again,
like an entanglement.
this is proof that whenever I say something about my childhood, my upbringing, whatever the case would be, the relationship with my mother, stuff that happened, a lot of it is in court documents. And these are papers from 1985. These were now what they called micro photographed, whatever. So these are these papers were taken a picture of and filed as a document.
But you know what? I didn't even know that was a thing, bro.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't find was when she left us.
I could find in my family.
There you go. The only thing I can't find is the documents that when she left us home alone in 1989, because the lady was telling me, well, it wasn't considered a felony, so we didn't. Those papers, those documents got shredded, and I was like, what? I mean, those are the ones I want. And they're like, well, no, those were shredded. And then, because I remember my grandmother this is back in 2004. She's the one that sent me a court document that stated, and it gave my biological father's full name. So I was like, for all I know, it could have been the store manager at freaking Walmart. Dude, it's funny. Last story, then we're going to end this podcast. Last story. The guy was güerito, light skin, colored eyes, dude, same haircut. And his name was what the court document said. So every time we went to the store, my baby's mom, my ex, would be like, hey, there's your dad. There's your dad. So one day I got the courage to go up to him and say, hey, do you know a so-and-so? 100% denied it there and then on the spot. So that was like, this motherfucker's my dad.
You could tell when someone's lying.
This motherfucker's my dad. But it is what it is.
I feel like us liars sometimes we know when someone's lying, man.
Yeah, my wife desperately wants me to do a 23andMe, but I'm thinking about it. 23andMe or Ancestry. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I wanted to do that too, but I'm like, because I mean, I feel, to me, I'm like, I already know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna let that. Me personally, I'm not trying to discourage you to do that. You know, by all means, do it. But I'm like, to me, I'm like, I like this me. I don't want to know where the old.
Well,
you know?
Well, look what I just found out, bro. So it's like, it crushed me. I was like, fuck, here we go, another heartbreak.
You know what though? You're not alone, man. There's like this. my mom messes around with me either. She's like, your dad is not your dad, like messing around. And then my grandma too kind of messes around. I'm like, Like now I kind of want to go to the court to see if
right.
what's out there.
Right. Well, I was always told that my father was a great guy, but then again, she lied to her own husband. Who else did she lie to? So if they met her husband and he was a great guy, okay, that doesn't mean that guy was my father. So it is what it is. But before I start crying, let's get ready to end this. Again, guys, this episode was brought to you by SolarX Insurance. Fast, friendly, and affordable coverage you can count on. Need an SR22? You ride a motorcycle? You already have insurance? SolarX has you covered. They help all drivers no matter the situation. Call today at 877-736-4719. That's 877-736-4719 and get back on the road with confidence. I've read that so many times I read it like a pro now. Again, the hotline 818-806-8595. If you have a question for Josue, leave me a voice message and I'll plug it in. I'll ask him. I'll get a hold of him. Now, homie from the barrio, I got to keep in contact with this guy. And, feel free to follow me on Instagram, Ride With Me Podcast, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, FTA_podcast. Again, I'm on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Alexa, and YouTube. Rate the podcast on Spotify. Follow the podcast. Like I said, you like what you hear, just hit that follow. I mean, just real quick, just hit it. Just tap it in. Happy Gilmore, just tap it in. Mm-hmm. And then you can leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you listen on Apple. And you can comment on Spotify, follow. I do post a clipping of this episode on my TikTok to give you a little preview. But the full episode is on Spotify and all these great apps. Do you want to plug in your socials?
Yeah, man. You guys could find me. Well, actually, first off, thank you for having me. Really do appreciate this podcast. It was amazing talking to you and getting to know you as well a little bit with the questions you're asking me. But yeah, you guys can find me all over social media with the same tag on every platform at therealtorjosue. So there you guys have it.
And that's only Instagram, no TikTok, no website.
Oh, yeah, Instagram, TikTok, on all of them, man.
The same thing.
YouTube at therealtorjosue.
Okay.
Yeah. The only place you won't find me is OnlyFans. So, so there you guys go.
I paused there for a second. I don't know. You said it earlier. You can tell a liar by looking at their face. Oh, your words, not mine.
No diddy, no.
Josue, thank you for getting up early and doing this. You obviously drove to your office to do this. You're not at home, sir. So you got up, drove from Unimi all the way to do this. So I thank you for that. And Josue, like I end every podcast, thank you for riding with me.
Yep. Thank you for having me, bro. Nice ride.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Indie Podcast. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.